this is another segment of rating rappers as a whole. Let me see. So I think right now I'm going to Kendrick Lamar. So Kendrick Lamar is a rapper that I used to listen to a lot when I was around 15 years old. Before everybody else was on the hype train, I was listening to, like Section 80, and I was listening to a lot of his old music, like his real old mixtapes, ones where he was trying to rap like Lil Wayne, you know, and then Section 80, he like started kind of changing his style a little bit. Um, and there was Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly. Um, yeah, so I remember one of the biggest songs I used to listen to is the She Need Me remix. That was one. I used to listen to ADHD. I used to listen to what was it? Turn Me Up Some with Absol, and I used to listen to TDE as a whole. You know, that was like the group back when I was a teenager. When I was around 16, I can remember listening to the song "What's Up" that had J Rock, Schoolboy Q, Kendrick Lamar, Absol. It had like everybody in TDE on it. "What's Up" was like one of the real cool songs that I constantly listened to. And I went through a period of listening to TDE, and that was me with pretty much every rap group. I listened to TDE, I was listening to Pro Era, I was listening to Very Rare, I was listening to Odd Future. Like, I was listening to just any rap group I could get my hands on, because I was just the type of dude who was just obsessed with music. Like, I was in love with music. Like, I was obsessed with it. I would get a high off of it. I would listen to music more than I listened to people, because music was just an escape, and it just felt good. I loved the instrumentals. I used to love to discover new rare songs that people had never listened to. I used to love to just discover new rappers. I used to listen to Funk Volume with Hobson and Swizz and Jaron Benton and Dizzy Ride. I used to listen to freaking Logic. I used to listen to Strange Music with Tech Nine and Brother Lynch. And there were people like Twisted Insane. I used to listen to Snow the Product. It was a lot of people. I used to listen to Slaughterhouse, with Crooked Eye, Royce 5'9", Eminem, Joe Budden. There's two other dudes. What was the other guy's name? There was another one. I can't remember the other guy's name. There was another dude that I'm missing. He was pretty raw too. Is it Jewel Ortiz? That might be his name. Don't quote me on that. I think it's Jewel Ortiz. But I was just a very big music dude. Like, me and one of my friends, Brandon, we were like super big in the Slaughterhouse. He like pretty much got me in the Slaughterhouse. It was like we were listening to it at the same time, but he was more on the Slaughterhouse wave. Like, he knew songs, Slaughterhouse songs. But yeah, when it comes to to Kendrick Lamar, I used to listen to him when he was a part of Black Hippie, TDE. And him and J Rock were constantly making songs. And one of my favorites is the Wild Freestyle. I really like that one. I remember being obsessed with Good Kid, Mad City. One of my favorite songs off of it was Shireen. I always thought that song was really cool. Poetic Justice, I remember before it was even on the radio, I used to listen to that on my little MP3 player. And I remember that was the last song I downloaded on my very first MP3 player, before the MP3 player broke and I had to buy another one from Big Lots. Because me and my homies, we used to always constantly buy MP3 players from Big Lots because they would break, or we would buy headphones because they would break. So that was always kind of our bonding thing, was trying to find headphones that were loud enough to listen to music in, that bumped hard enough, and that really was the vibe. And it's funny because that was like that was like the beginning of like the iPhone era, where people had the first two iPhones, and they had like the iPod Touch, and they had the first iPad, and when it was like $1,200 and like only a few people had it. I remember there was a dude at my school that had it. But yeah, what else want to say? I remember I used to listen to Don't Kill My Vibe constantly. That was when I really liked Money Trees. I really liked Money Trees when I was younger. Swimming Pools, of course, everybody loves Swimming Pools because it has like one of the best beats ever. I'm missing some songs. There's some that I can't remember that were on Section 80. Oh my god. There was like two songs, and there was Her and He. That's not the full name of them, but it was like two different songs about like two different perspectives. or on relationships, if I remember correctly. And then there was what else, bro? I'm trying to remember, bro. I don't know why it's so hard to remember that stuff. I think it's just because once you get older, you get this constant brain fog. Um, oh, there was that one song I really liked, like R.I.P. Aaliyah. That song slaps. I still listen to that one. These whole niggas. Oh, the cartoons and some cereal. I remember that one. I'm missing so many. I swear to y'all, bro, I really was the biggest Kendrick fan when I was like 15, but I just cannot remember all that off the top of my head. I gave y'all a lot though. But yeah, Kendrick was like one I really listened to, like really, really dug deep into his music. He even had like this unreleased mixtape slash album that I used to listen to all the times. He has this song where it's like two presidents and it's like a dude named I think it's YG Hoodie or something like that. I used to slap that song all the time. Um, if I was to give Kendrick a rating as a rapper, I'll be honest. Kendrick is he's like a combination of a new rapper and an old rapper. Kendrick knew how to, and he still does it, but he knew how to balance. When he first came out, he knew how to balance having very good, strong lyrics, but styling some of his songs in a way to where they would appeal to the radio. And you know, he had songs that had a lot of catchiness to him. He knew how to make a song be extremely catchy, extremely unique. His style was very unique, and he was very versatile because in one minute he would be singing in like a extremely goofy voice. Because Kendrick likes to do a lot of goofy voices. He's one of the first rappers that I um, remember of like the new school. Because I would say that he's like the beginning of the new school that loves to sit there and do all these goofy voices. And I'm pretty sure he inspired people like Doja Cat, Tentacion, and all these like, you know, newer rappers. Rest in peace to X. But all these like newer style rappers, I'm pretty sure he inspired them with the whole goofy voice thing because he loves doing goofy voices and then having these goofy lyrics. But then at the same time, he'll do goofy stuff and then out of nowhere he'll just kick the hardest, most deepest, most detailed flow. Sometimes he has a combination of like a baby voice, a screaming, not screaming, a baby voice, a kind of kid. It's like he's doing like a baby voice, then he's doing like a kid voice, then he's doing like a grown man voice, then he's doing like a kind of nerd voice, like "Don't kill my vibe." Like he, you know what I'm saying? He has so many different. He has so many different styles of how he raps. Now I'm not gonna lie, it can come off as annoying in certain songs. There are certain songs by Kendrick that I don't like because he does the annoying baby voice. But there are also a lot of songs that I like because he knew how to get a very good beat and a very good catchy chorus. And his verses are nice and laid down on the track beautifully. An example of that is Money Trees. Money Trees is like a 6-minute song, but it's so catchy and the beat is so damn good and his flow is so damn good on it. It's like mind blowing. And then J Rock just spits the most fire verse. That song in itself is like a 15 out of 10 when it comes to production, lyrics, and flow. All the song really needs is to be catchy, have the lyrics, have a nice flow, and have a nice beat. That's it. It's actually extremely simple. But he made it in a way to where a 6-minute song doesn't feel that long. It feels like it's like a 2.5-minute song, even though it's 6 minutes. And a lot of rappers cannot do that. So there's that. You know, I remember, of course, everybody remembers Control when he was doing the Control verse or whatever. The Control verse was all right. I feel like people just kind of liked it because he was calling out a lot of rappers. But that's not one of his best verses, in my opinion. What would Kendrick's best verse be to me? I would say the verse of, he has a song with Isaiah Rashad, and it's such a simple verse, but it just flows so good. What is the name of that song? Gone on to myself. I'm doing that you lost today. I can't remember the name of the song. I haven't listened to it in a while, but type in Isaiah Rashad and Kendrick Lamar, it'll literally be one of the first songs that pops up. Just listen to the little flow I just did. I think that's one of his best verses in my opinion. But as a rapper, I'd probably give Kendrick a 9.5 altogether.